88.5 Saturday Night Shutdown. I am DJ Rich, America's favorite cracker, and we still got the balls of all balls in the building.
I'm still in the building, Florida. What the deal is?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about the album. Who all you got on there? We just heard the Jim Johnson track.
I mean, the album, it turned out to be, you know, like I've been working on this album for a minute. I recorded over like 200 songs, but at the end, when it came down to picking the final 15, I was like, look, man, you know what it is? I've done a lot of records with a lot of big producers, but you know, we saw that already. I did that on the last time. I said I ain't really want to do that so much. I wanted to just get the world me, you know what I'm saying, and show them how we did it at H-Town. So I reached out to all my, you know, fellow artists out there in the city, you know what I'm saying, cats out, I'm fans of their music or whatever. So it's like, I got Zero, he hot in the streets. He probably don't be on BT, but he a legend in the Texas or whatever. And we got Scarface, of course, you know, the king of Houston. We got UGK, R.I.P. Pimp C. And then, you know, of course, I got like Mike Jones, Power Wild, Chameleon now. You know, everybody out of Houston, man, you heard me rap with. You know, it was just nothing but me kind of bringing the whole scene back. You know what I'm saying? That's what my whole idea of doing this is, bringing the whole H-Town back, man. At the same time, I got nothing but a lot of songs with me on there, but I just made sure I reached out to, you know, the rest of the cats in Houston. I'm just trying to get it popping like it was. You know what I'm talking about?
There was a point where Houston was very influential in the sound of music. A couple years ago.
Yeah.
Is there anybody we should look out for that's on the come up?
Oh man, that's a lot of people, especially like my house. My house, the production side, it'll be Mr. Rogers, Mr. Lee. You know, he been in the game, made a lot of hits. You know, who else I got on there? Corey Moe produced some. These all Houston producers, and you know, on the rapping side of it, you know, we got my gang, Boss Hog Outlaws, Killer Colleon, J-Dog, Lil Ray, you know what I'm saying, Young Black, all them cats doing their thing. And I got a song on there at the end of this record called Welcome to H-Town, and any artist that's doing something in the city, you know what I'm saying, that got a little buzz going, I put them on the record, you know, so it's a long song, about 8 minutes. You got everybody from artists you never heard to Pimp C, Bun B, you know, everybody, Zero, the whole city. Mike Jones, Power Wild, everybody, you know what I'm saying?
You see Tampa, pay attention, man. It's all about support, man.
That's it, man. You know, that's it, man. It's cool to be, you know, the truth. It's cool to pop, you know, when it's just one artist, but when you can bring a whole movement, you know what I'm saying, you can make everybody just put their eye, you know, all eyes on Tampa at one time. There's more money like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that opened up doors for tours and all kinds of stuff. So I just want to, you know, show love back to the city, man. They the ones who made me, man. I wouldn't be nothing without them, so why not?
See, y'all in Tampa need to follow that. I mean, we got a lot of people here, but, you know, it'll take everybody to get together to really make that movement pop.
That's how we started our movement out. You know, it was like me, Mike Jones, and Power Wild. And when we came out, it was just, it was more than just one artist. It was a whole city. It was like, it was all these dudes, not just one dude. So it was good. Then we had Chameleon out doing this thing. And the thing is, another thing, back to the major label issue, like when we was working on the second solo album, they wouldn't clear me to get on a Mike Jones album. They wouldn't clear me to get on Power Wild just because they love, you know, political stuff. Yeah. They wouldn't clear them to get on my album or whatever, so, because they was kind of beefing or whatever. And that kind of stuff right there drew me away from it. Like, hold up, man, I don't like nobody telling me what to do, first of all. And then if you're going to stop the three dudes who came together and made a big movement and we made all this money, what's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? He's trying to stop us from working together. So I was like, I wasn't cool with that. That's why, another reason why I went back independent, you know what I'm saying?
Seems to be working out.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm blessed, man. You know, the song taking off is on 106 and 4. Y'all make sure y'all vote for it. You know, I'm just ready for the release date, 24th. We're gonna work until then.
You know, you checking out a couple other tracks too, like you got like a Manny Fresh joint on, and I don't know if this one was a mixtape joint or not, but there was one called F.U.
Oh yeah, that was.
You went in on that one right there.
Hey, that was the last song on my album, man. They pulled it, man. It broke my heart, cause you know I was going off on that, you know, going all the way at it, and it's a sample. It was a sample. Cannon actually did the beat, and it was a sample of the Rolling Stone. You know, Papa was a Rolling Stone, and they was like, man, we ain't gonna let you say all that on our beat. So I just got the word like 2 or 3 days ago. It was like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to make it, man. It hurt me, man. That was my favorite song on the album. We was finna shoot a video and everything, man.
I think to this day, one of my favorite joints that you released, which wasn't like a chart topper, was Three Kings.
Yeah, that Three Kings,
Yeah,
that was my favorite.
That beat was raw. And then you had those official features on there too?
That was done before I was actually signed to a label too. That's what it is. Like when I came to Interscope, I wasn't even trying to get signed. I was in LA with LaToya Luckett. I was dating her at the time. And I did a song with her for her album. And her manager was like, man, he ain't know I rap. Cause you know, I ain't really no dude to walk around like bragging on nothing. I was just chilling. And he was like, man, that was hot, man. Let me just bring you by Interscope. I was like, nah, I ain't really looking for no deal. But he was like, man, let's just go see what they say. You ain't got to sign that. We went over there. I played them Three Kings. I played them like, 4 more records. And they pulled out a big checkbook on me. I couldn't, I couldn't turn it down, man. At the end of the day, man, when I first signed to Geffen Interscope, it was all good, man. I had the A&R, the whole staff over there was great, man. Everything worked out good, but it went bad when they changed staff. Like it happened with major labels. They fired their whole staff over at Geffen, from my A&R to the president to everybody. And I ain't never get back on the same page with the new people, you know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of made me like, look, man, I gotta get away from this, you know what I'm saying? But it was lovely at first, but that Three Kings was my first song. I say, man, look, this is the song we need to go with. Let's shoot a video, let's go with this. They're like, oh, we love it. They white labeled it. They say, look, man.
That's how I got it.
Yeah, they just white labeled it. They white labeled it like, yeah, man, we gonna get you with a song with Pharrell, and wanted to do that. But I was like, man, this is all we need right here to start it out. Cool, do a song with Pharrell next, but this is the record right here. I ain't putting no money behind it though, so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask if you felt like that kind of dampened the album with all the Pharrell production. It's cool, like you said, have a beat from Pharrell.
Yeah,
but come on, now.
That's what it is. That's what a lot of people, because you got the fans that knew me, from day one, who before I even got a major deal. So of course, with the Houston movement popping, they ain't want to hear that, but at the same time, this is what it is. Like, I don't blame Pharrell for none of it. It was like, when I first signed the deal, Still Tipping ain't even take out. It was just Texas at first, you know what I'm saying? It was hot in Houston and Texas. And then when I signed the deal, that's after that it started popping. After me and Pharrell got to working and everything, that's when Still Tipping started popping. At first, nobody was accepting the Houston movement. We've been doing this for years before, that took out or whatever, and nobody was accepting it. So finally they started accepting it and liking it. And I was already signed over there to Geffen Interscope and working with Pharrell. And we wasn't initially supposed to do nothing but like 4 records. So we did that, had the album, and I don't know if y'all remember, but it got leaked. Like the whole album got leaked like 6 months before the album came out. And so we had to like kind of scramble and hurry up and do more songs. And that's why it ended up being more Pharrell beats, because we had to hurry up and get it done, to make the deadline. Because we had to push the album back and everything, and that like kind of messed us up. But at the end of the day, when I listen to Already Platinum right now, man, I love that record, man. I love everything I did with Pharrell, man. Pharrell is a genius to me, and the music on there, I love it, man. I still believe that that's like one of my best albums, real talk, you know what I'm saying? All right. What up, it's your boy SlimThugInt, man. Hollering at my dog, DJ Rich, America's favorite cracker, man. You know what I'm saying? Boss of all bosses in stores, March 24th. H-Town to T-Town, we gonna hold it down, man.